Hey everyone, I'm here to film my 23-week bump date and I'm really excited! I was actually proactive this week and I wrote down what I was feeling because I feel like the past couple of weeks I've just been kind of talking and not really knowing what I was talking about. So I have a list and I'm going to check it twice and then find out who's naughty or nice. The first thing on my list is a big symptom, and I wrote it down first because it's all I can think about because it kind of takes over my whole life. But I have just been crying a lot. Like, just tons of crying. If anything makes me even the slightest bit of emotional, I am just tearing up. For example, we went to church the other day and the sermon happened to talk about something that was, you know, happening in our lives as they usually do. And I'm sitting there singing afterwards, crying like a little baby, just singing and trying not to let my husband see because I didn't want him to make fun of me, but I was totally crying. I also cried the first time I took my son to a parade in the vlog the other day. I cried because he was crying at the floats. So I've just been crying a lot. I'm very emotional and I don't recall... I know, I'm very emotional. I don't recall crying this much when I was pregnant with Toby, but maybe I blocked it out. I had an ultrasound because, as you guys know in the past video, my toddler's playing behind me, so just ignore that. But in the past video I had talked about how the area in my son's brain that produces fluid was not solidifying correctly, and they were concerned that he might have a cyst on his brain, so they sent me back 3 weeks after that ultrasound to get another one. So I did that just a couple days ago, and it turns out that my son does have a cyst. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit of information about it. They gave me a piece of paper. He has a choroid plexus cyst. One in about 1 to 2% of normal babies, 1 out of 50 to 100 babies, have a tiny bubble of fluid that's pinched off as the choroid plexus forms. This appears as a cyst inside the choroid plexus at the time of the ultrasound. It can be likened to a blister and is not considered a brain abnormality. So they checked everything out in the ultrasound, like his hands and his feet and his spine and his, face and all that stuff. And they did not see anything that would indicate that he would have a brain abnormality. My OB is confident that it's going to be a less than 1% chance that he does have something. But they are sending me back in like 6 weeks when I'm 31 weeks to check it out again, and by that time it might have disappeared, and if it hasn't disappeared then literally nothing will happen after birth. It should just go away on its own. So I'm not particularly worried about it because she said I don't need to worry about it. So I'm kind of I didn't have, Toby's pregnancy was perfect, and so I didn't have anything to worry about. So I am a little bit concerned just because it's something, but I don't think that he's going to have anything wrong with him when he's born, and so I'm hoping and praying for that. So far in this pregnancy, I have only gained 7 pounds, and that's kind of a big deal for me. And this time, I'm eating much healthier, and I'm moving around because I have to take care of him all day, and so it makes sense that I have not gained as much weight, and so I'm really excited to not have to lose so much weight when I am done with this pregnancy. I am having a lot of anxiety in the past couple of weeks and this week because, as you guys know if you watched my life update video, I am starting school, and that is happening in 4 days. In 4 days I am starting school, and I cannot believe it. I can't believe it. It's crazy. And so I'm feeling very nervous about just generally starting school in general because I have been a stay-at-home mom solely for a very long time, and now I'm going to be leaving him to go to school in the mornings, and he's going to be with his dad, and it's just, I'm nervous. Not that I don't think that his dad can take care of him because he's totally qualified and he totally can. I'm nervous because I don't know how Toby's going to react to the change. I don't know how I'm going to react to the change. I'm already emotional enough, you guys. I don't know. So I'm just feeling very nervous about it. Today we went and bought my textbooks, and so I'm just it's just one of those things, you know, a big life change. And I will be sure to let you guys know how that's going throughout the whole process of it. The last three things I'm going to talk about are just symptoms that are pretty normal in pregnancy. I have hit the point in my pregnancy where I am always hungry. Always. I'm just constantly picking at stuff and snacking on it, and I just want food all the time. And it kind of sucks because we're on this like meal plan type of thing, and so I can't eat all the food in our house because I have to save it for the other people. Ugh, rude. Along with being hungry all the time, I also am having horrible heartburn. So I had to go out and buy the good kind of heartburn medication because I was using like an off-brand before and it just wasn't working. So I had to spend the extra money to get the one that I know works. So luckily my heartburn has been at bay and I've been sleeping better at night. I am also peeing all the time. Don't touch. In the middle of the night I have to pee. Walking randomly, suddenly I have to pee, and if I don't pee right now I'm gonna pee my pants. It's crazy. Not the funnest part of pregnancy, but you know, pee happens. The last thing I'm going to talk about, I forgot to write down on my list, so I'm glad I remembered it, is a chiropractor appointment. Whoa! Which I actually had my first chiropractor appointment 5 days ago, I think. And I'm going to be honest, there's not much of a difference. I really think that the hip pain that I'm complaining about is something that needs to be taken care of in a couple of appointments and not just a one appointment kind of fix, although that would be nice. But I will say that the pain has not been as severe lately. I can move and walk and stuff, and I'm actually going to go hiking with my husband this weekend, so it's not too bad. But that's my last update. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my belly, and then I will see you guys next week. I've been lounging around the house in black all day, so I'm kind of fuzzy. Please excuse. But this is my belly from the front, from the side with my shirt down. Hey, stop yelling at the neighbors. And from the other side. So this side, and this side. If you guys like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. I put out videos every single Monday and Friday. Bye!